Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Happy Sunday. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully, well. See if we're alive. We should be soon here. Refresh. Come on. And it's going to come on soon. There we go. Trying to see. Here we go. Yeah, we are live. And I have audio. Perfect. So, like I said, happy Sunday. Welcome, welcome. Well, it was a fast week. Um, I would say so. I mean, well, I was on spring break, but it was fast regardless. A lot of stuff going on. Uh, well, where should I start? I'll just go right into it. So, just what was that? Yesterday, I think. Well, no, Friday evening. We had here in the Midwest, at least. Some people from the Midwest will know the very, very bad weather. And that was interesting because, well, I know I didn't get hit as bad. I had some lightning recorded here. I like to record lightning because it looks cool, especially in slow motion. But uh, I know Champaign and that those counties to the east of me got like a good 4 tornado warnings. So great. Oh, everybody's saying hi, Carl. Hi, Carl. Yes. Hello. Welcome. Welcome. Finally. Well, so yeah, so it was a little crazy, but fortunately we didn't get any. I stayed up until like 1 a.m. to see if there is any emergency or something like that. I didn't want to get caught off guard, but fortunately there wasn't. So yeah, but I know tornadoes absolutely wrecked the area around St. Louis, which is surprising, and to the south, and now Mississippi and the deep south got hit as well. So yeah, good luck to everybody there. I think it's mostly over now, but yeah, with the rebuilding. So that was one thing, and yeah, that's weather-related stuff. Now on to LinkedIn-related stuff. So read a comment before on this thing that somebody was excited to see my takes. It was Rachel, right? Yeah, you were interested to see my takes on current happenings on LinkedIn from what I'm seeing. So, um, well, I made a post about that yesterday, and I'll stand by that. The link coach didn't work. Yeah, and the link coach didn't work was uh, no, it is just got a message. Sorry, the link coach didn't work is still active, and it permeates the entirety of LinkedIn. So what it is basically everybody's a coach nowadays. Many of them don't have a lick of experience, but they're still coaches, right? So yeah, but then they'll coach you through posts that are made with ChatGPT. And what I've been seeing is, I see one post about, for example, 5 apps I personally use to boost my brand or whatever. Then it's 5 tools: HubSpot, Calendly, whatever it might be. Even though I've actually seen that, even though those two don't make sense, because HubSpot and Calendly, if you have one or the other, you don't need the other, right? So, for example, I use HubSpot. I don't need Calendly because HubSpot has as a incorporated scheduling link or schedule, whatever it's called, like a scheduler bookings link, whatever. So you can set that up so you don't need Calendly when you have HubSpot, and vice versa. And then there will be 10 other posts about, how, there's uh, the same thing, basically the same thing. Five tools about that, and then maybe they'll have it. They'll put the original post into ChatGPT, have it switch it up a little bit, but not that much. It's basically the same thing in essence. So I don't know. I just feel like I came here on LinkedIn to learn, and trying to figure out LinkedIn, right, at 19, as that says. Well, that's not really helping me, right? I mean, I can also go on ChatGPT and ask it that, but I'm looking for life experience. I'm looking for anecdotes. I'm not looking for, just generic BS AI advice. That's I don't know, but that has completely went through LinkedIn. So we can only have 6 people in here. Awesome. Yes, let me like all these responses. There we go. All right. So yeah, yeah, I see. Very true. Yes, yes, Alan. I know. If you're referring to what I just said, then yeah. Tell me in the comments. What do you think of this? Oh, another one. Calendly scheduling only. HubSpot is a complex CRM with integrated scheduling. Yeah, I meant more in terms of scheduling. For example, like if you're using HubSpot, you don't need Calendly. and scheduling for Calendly. If you have Calendly, you don't need a HubSpot for scheduling or whatever. So this doesn't make sense to, because HubSpot is all in one basically. That's what I use, and it's awesome. So consider that my advertisement. Yeah, but that is a little crazy how that's going. Here, let's see. I don't want to minimize this. I was looking to get back post. I can't now hear myself. Great. Oh my gosh. So let me like this too. Here. Right. So what else did I want to say? And then again. Yeah, Alan said everyone's an expert with no experience required. Absolutely, yeah. At least that's what my dad told me. I haven't seen these, fortunately, uh, but there are apparently like fresh college graduates that are now life coaches, right? Get a degree, and now they know everything. Now life is unlocked for them. They don't even need to live life; they can just coach it. They don't even need to get anecdotes, nothing. So, yeah, I don't know. It's just the same BS, and that's why I've recently just haven't been on LinkedIn that much, and I don't engage too much anymore because there's nothing really to engage with. I mean, I would I would have to literally take my comment and then copy paste it, and I feel like I'm gonna start doing that just as a big fu because I'm like, what's there? Why would I take the time to comment something original or maybe some original insight when the person didn't take the time with the post? Like there's literally no point. So, and I'll admit this, I also use AI, but it's my personal experiences, and I typically only use it to do like, cosmetic stuff or add some interesting words or something like that, right? But most of the story comes from me because I use anecdotes most of the time. So yeah. And then you're responding to that. Yes, Alan, all they need is 2 clicks of ChatGPT and they are Nobel Prize laureates. Yeah. Um, yeah, and I've seen a post about that a couple of months ago. I think forgot what it was exactly, but it was like, in real life, like what you actually know, and then it's like, oh, has used this person has used ChatGPT a couple of times or whatever, and then how it is on LinkedIn. ChatGPT AI experts and whatever. It's like, exactly. Yeah, marriage experts, never been married. Yeah, it's all the same stuff, but now it's unfortunately I'm seeing a lot more of it on LinkedIn. Like the post that I'm seeing can be broken down as follows. It can be jokes and funny stuff like memes. Okay, I respect that. Sure, if that's what you do, if that's a part of your shtick, then sure, go for it. But it should be more professional. But hey, whatever. I'm not gonna change that. But then there's AI stuff, the same stuff all over and all over again. It's like, what can I say about that? It's the same stuff. So yeah, and I said that. So yeah. Anyways, next one that I'll probably be making a post about is a platform called Lunch Club. If anybody is currently viewing live is on Lunch Club, you can comment here, or if you know about it at least. But basically, to those who don't know, it's a platform where it's just networking, basically. Or well, actually, to people that are my generation, I would say it's something like Omegle, but not a lot of people here probably know what Omegle is. But anyways, it's something like basically you get matched with people, random people. Like typically on Lunch Club, it's professionals. On Omegle, it used to be, because the platform is no longer active, but it used to be just random all throughout the world. And it's you get matched with professionals. You have to link your LinkedIn profile and everything, and then you set up like times that you can meet. It can be, I think, like what from I think it'd be anything almost. Any day, almost any time, like not beyond 6 p.m. or something like that, at least for me. But yeah, so you select the time, and then for the next week you'll get matched with however many slots you selected, and typically the slots are like 45 minutes. And like I said, those are the people are random. They're still probably going to be strangers. You probably might not know them. But yeah, so in theory, it is a good platform for serial networkers. And I mean, I've used it a couple of times, and I mean, I'm on there right now. I'm trying to actively get matched with people, but here comes the issue. The people that are on there are not. A lot of them are not active for some reason. I don't know. So I mean, Lunch Club tells me, oh, this is your 15th meeting. Some people like have on there like 400 meetings. I'm like, wow, yeah, the platform has been around, but so this will be my 15th meeting, but I've only had like 5 actual ones. Some others are rescheduling out of those, and then some others just never showed up and never texted back, because I don't know, people just go on the platform, create an account, create the uh slots or whatever, and then they just leave it dormant and leave after a couple of meetings. So that's, I don't know, I'm probably going to make a post about that. Not going to necessarily bash it, because I know the platform is good in theory, but and it's not really the platform's fault that much. I know they could remove them faster. Like whenever I say like, oh yeah, we didn't meet, and then I waited but they never joined, I typically wait in the waiting room or the meeting room for like 7 to 10 minutes, and then leave, and then just say that they didn't come. So they tell me like, yeah, we'll monitor their activity and we'll delete them if we see anything or whatever. But it keeps happening. So that's a negative side. But if they fix that, I think it would be good. And if more people join. So yeah, again, here's my promo of that. Yeah, the Lunch Club Ghost. That's actually a good title for the post that I'm gonna be making. There's another comment. They need to read Plato and how Socrates calls bull on some of this know everything garbage. Yeah. Not a lot. Well, I mean, especially from the younger generation, not a lot of people will read or know who Plato and Socrates are. There's another one. Oh, that's a long one. Back in the day, I remember conversations where suddenly someone would Google something just to prove you wrong. Sometimes without even understanding the context. Now with chatbots, everyone feels like an expert when ignorance is king. Right. And by the way, I've done this too, where somebody made a claim and I put it in ChatGPT and what it is, right? Gee, that's a lot of comments now. Anyways, I want to finish my thought. I put it in ChatGPT, and ChatGPT, by the way, it's a people pleaser. Okay, so it'll tell you something that sounds real, and I've made plenty of videos about that. And I have plenty of experience with that, but it's actually a hallucination. Probably a lot of people here now know that what hallucinations are. That I'll give you an example. When I first started using ChatGPT back in 2022, when it came out, it was like a miracle. First time I saw it, a friend in English class introduced me to it. Nothing. Introduced me to it, and I was like, "Oh wow!" We were like reading Shakespeare. He put like an assignment into it. It answered everything perfectly, and I was like, "Wow, okay, that's crazy. What is that?" So it was literally a miracle. But then, as you go, you understand that it has flaws. Yeah, hallucinations, exactly. That's what he said. So hallucinations, yeah, and that's one of the major flaws that, according to the technical experts of AI, will probably never be fixed, because all the data sets to go through all of that, the swaths of data, they all have some sort of flaws, and it would take just a long time to, um, you know, get it out, root it out, but it would still be there a little bit. They're trying to minimize it, but it's always going to be there. So it's never over reliable. Now, I created like a draft for a research paper, and I told it, oh yeah, give me some sources and stuff like that. It did give me sources. It actually wrote out like links, with, like how it goes. For example, when you Google, when you're on Google and you have a CNN article, it'll say, uh, something like CNN.com/politics/ and then the title of the article is separated by dashes. Well, it did give me that exactly, and it actually gave me like those words. The article name was relevant to the research paper. When I clicked, though, it led to the CNN page, for example, but it led nowhere on CNN. It just said, "Oh, article not found," or error 404. Then I went to PubMed. It was the same thing. It led me to PubMed, but it didn't have anything. So I was like, "Oh, so it's actually just trying to please you by, having it there aesthetically," like the sources, but they don't actually work because they're not real. Oh yeah, right. I forgot about that. I'll put the comments on screen. So yeah, here's what I was talking about. It's a little long, so it covers me up a little bit. That's why I didn't want to put it on there. But yeah, it's that's very true. This comment right here. So, you know, um, it is a people pleaser. So don't trust everything that it says. Even some arguments that I've tried to do, is like it gave me completely wrong information, and I actually have to argue with ChatGPT to say, no, this is actually what's real, and then it says, oh, I'm sorry, and then yeah, actually this is real BS. So yeah, no. And then close this, and then there's another comment. Interesting. Can you define a business sector for these connections, or is it just a generic connection platform? So, it is not really generic. So there are introductions, or not introductions. What do they call it? Yeah, well, I mean bios, right? So people write bios about themselves. I'm actually going to show it right here. For me, I'm a visual learner, so whatever I talk about, I like to have in front of me and on screen. So, for example, right here. Okay, let me share this. Close this. Share screen and Lunch Club. Share. So that is how it looks like. So this is home, and how it works is, you basically, it's machine learning, right? Like, Mechi, whoever is a talented TA HR professional. She's on the hunt for her next director role. Simultaneously, she's diligently crafting coaching, consulting, enterprise aimed at aiding both businesses and job seekers. Her entrepreneurial spirit drives her commitment to facilitate growth. And you can say yes or no, depending on if you want to talk with this person. So it is not necessarily generic. It does have, these sort of intros. And I don't think I've ever been matched with a person who I clicked on here. Like yes or no. So that's interesting, I guess. But oh yeah, I can show all comments, I guess. I'm not gonna mess with that right now. I'm gonna show them individually because I like to focus on comments. Just how they are, like one at a time. And so yeah, so this is how it works, and then you get matched. So let's see, you got settings. I have availabilities. Yeah, so this is my availability: 7 p.m., 4 p.m. I actually had only 2, but then I expanded it. I think this is the max I can get, like 5 of them a week. They are every week, and then you can also modify, like if you can't do one of these times or whatever gets blocked out, then you can just remove it. So it is cool in that. But Ghosts of Lunch Club, there's a lot of people that actually aren't on there, but they still have turned on their matchmaking, whatever it is. So, and there it is. Okay, we're back. Thank you, Earl. Hey, welcome. Glad I could be of help. So yeah, it's a cool platform, but there's that little caveat. And then what else was here? True. Like when you chat GPT me, what does this mean? Like when you chat GPT. Oh yeah, right. That is my dad in the comments, of course. I mean, those who can't uh can't tell. Yeah, so we have conversations, and sometimes we come to a like oh no, it was actually this way, but he says no, it's actually this way. And typically he's uh, let's say 95% of the time he is right uh in this. Even when I chat GPT him, right? uh ChatGPT gives a point to him, right? It's like, oh yeah, he's right or whatever. So that's what I like to do a lot. I used to. I don't do that too much now because I don't like to over rely on AI, especially with uh, all the studies that have been going on with ChatGPT deteriorating your brain, and that you lose critical evaluation skills because you just trust. You put into ChatGPT whatever you want, you get an answer, and that's it. Ta-da, boom, bada bing, bada boom. You have an answer, and you don't. A lot of people don't fact check it, right? I mean, proof is all those posts on LinkedIn showing uh, that nobody checks it, right? Like, how can you have in the same, these 5 tools? How can you have HubSpot and Calendly in the same one? And it should be like a a smart person, right? Because the person has like 200,000 followers. So what's going on, right? So these like experts and coaches and everything that should have some sort of experience, they just over rely on ChatGPT and don't even verify that information. So whatever you see on LinkedIn, please, for the love of God, do not trust it blindly. I mean, that goes for everywhere on the internet. Like nothing on the internet, nothing online is real. Yeah. So that I had a conversation with a friend about that just yesterday, actually, at night, and he told me like, yo, he's going to like Japan, and then with his girlfriend, like his girlfriend is Japanese, so he's going there with her, and he saw like videos about on YouTube from influencers about traveling and stuff like that, and now he wants to also visit Vietnam, China, and all of that stuff. But I told him, these influencers, I wouldn't trust them blindly, just them, right? I'm not saying don't go to China, don't go to Vietnam. I'm not trying to bash those countries. Of course, there's a lot of stuff about them, but again, I'm not judging, of course. There's stuff on every side, but at the same time, you have to fact check everything. Then go to multiple sources. Go to your government board, like a travel advisory thing. Go to Reddit. Go wherever to read about personal experiences. And he just couldn't get through his head that influencers are actually paid by for example, the Chinese government or whoever, like the tourism boards, they're called, right? Visit China, for example. He gonna get through his head that influencers are actually probably a lot of them are paid, and their stays are paid for, all inclusive, basically, and it's implied that they should review it as a positive experience, right? I mean, they get paid everything, and so then they let it out on YouTube. One of the videos that he sent me got like 10 million views. So even if I was like, there's a lot of money that could be made from this, right? Even if 1% of those 10 million people, that's 100,000 people, suddenly like, oh yeah, I want to go to China. They plan a trip to China. Then over the years they go there. 100,000 people is going to bring way more profit than they paid to that influencer, but he couldn't just get that through his head. So yeah, so just verify everything. Yeah. So nothing online is real. None of those videos like, oh yeah, he had a great experience in China. I was like, right. Well, how do you know that ahead of him or behind him there weren't like some sort of I don't know, government officials or police officers telling the people like, oh yeah, he's going to be coming through here with a camera and whatever, just treat him nice or something like that, right? You never know. And that could go for anything. The United States also does this. Individual states also have like tourism boards, and they pay influencers to visit their city and then review it, right? So yeah, just nothing online is real. Not in the media. It's always there's always a you know some sort of a lie going on. uh, at least be that in a huge huge manner or not. Yeah. Well, okay. Here's lot. Okay, you can display side tab. Yes, 97, 98. Oh my God, you're dropping my percentage to 95. I mean, recently I've had I was right in some ways, right? Like the weather in North Carolina currently. Told you. Yeah, here. You're dropping this. Oh my gosh, a lot of comments. Okay, I heard that too. Overlines leads to reduced problem solving ability. Yeah, absolutely. That's very real. Here's the comment for reference. Use daily overlapping tools. Yes. Follow the money. Potemkin villages. Yes, that's exactly it. You know, I mean, probably a lot of people know Potemkin villages. Um, you know how I forgot who it was exactly. I know that it was uh, a bishop, I think. Uh, the Bishop Potemkin, and he went around these villages with the queen or the Tsarevna or of Russia, right? Oh, right, yeah. Sunny here in NC, yeah, right, yeah, yeah. We saw that on the radar. I can actually pull that up and fact check you one two. Anyways, while I'm searching for that, so they led the Tsarevna through all these villages, right? And every family had, I forgot what it was, like a turkey or a chicken, like a full baked chicken. Like, oh, hey, hey, hello, hello. But what the queen didn't realize is that it was only one chicken or one turkey, and it got passed around throughout the entire village, right? Because the country was in a mess, or the empire at the time, and they just didn't want people to know. Let's see. Yeah, Sunny here in Raleigh. Yeah. Okay. Here. Let me share this just to show you. He's saying sunny here in NC today. Yeah, we see that. Yeah, sunny in NC. I see that. Yeah, right where you are. Actually, you're in Greensboro now. So yeah, right. Okay, but let's see. It had to be there before. It doesn't go that far, and it's yeah. But anyways, it was there. I don't care. It was there definitely, as you can see the movement. So I was right. He told me that there was not going to be any rain, and there was. So I'm right about that. A visit from Politburo, one chicken each house. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so it was just one chicken, and they passed it around, so it seemed like everybody had enough, but they didn't actually have enough. North Carolina's nice. Wilmington was really peaceful. Yeah, North Carolina is definitely a nice state. I bet. I mean, I lived there for a little while. Although I've talked with a guy yesterday, comedian, and he told me like, yeah, he lived in Cary, NC. That's actually it's joked that it's an acronym for containment area for relocated Yankees, because there's a lot of New Yorkers there and stuff. So you know that's how it is. But he told me like, yeah, everybody talks about Southern hospitality. He apparently he said like, oh yeah, I didn't. Where is that? I didn't see it, right? So yeah, he said he escaped the state in like 2009, and then he went to, I think, Arizona. Yeah, but I did like the state. It's beautiful weather. Mountains on the west, beaches to the east, and then in the middle you have a nice piece of country. So um, yeah, it's definitely a good state. It's a state that where I eventually probably want to live. I'm gonna go back probably to law school and stuff like that. Somewhere around the Triangle area. And so yeah, so we'll see how that goes. 10% chance of rain, or 10% viewing. 10% of viewing area will get rain. Okay. Yeah. And weather can change every second, basically. So it's never accurate. Not even, like the next day, the forecast for the next day, it might be accurate in the general sense, but it has happened to me that it was supposed to be like a thunderstorm, but it ended up being like a, it snowed. So that actually did happen to me one day. So yeah. Yeah, thank you. So, and now we are at the 30-minute mark. So it was nice talking to everybody, and it went by very much faster than it usually does because typically there's not a lot of people here. But today I saw a peak that I saw at least was 7 viewers. So thank you everybody who joined. Thank you for making the chat flow, and that I could finally because I like to respond to chat messages and everything, and it definitely makes the stream go faster. So thank you. Yeah, Smoky Mountains protect us here. Yeah, definitely. Smoky Mountains are a big part of why North Carolina doesn't get as much extreme cold and extreme weather from the west, at least. Typically, the extreme weather, like hurricanes, come from the coast, which is the east. But yeah, you're lucky. Or I was lucky before I moved to Illinois, and now I'm freezing my off. So right now, actually, like just on Friday, it was beautiful out, 70 degrees. Thunderstorm in the evening, sure. Yesterday was still okay. I was still walking around in just shorts, perfectly fine. Today I wake up and it's snow-covered roofs, and I'm like, oh wow, okay. So I don't like it. I don't like it that much. I mean, it's a good state, but I don't like it that much. Some people cannot do public speaking. You did great. Yeah, I thank you. I've perfected it. You should have seen my first live stream. It's on my YouTube channel, and I forgot what it was exactly about. But it was for an hour, and I was just talking, and before that I was only used to talking on shorts, and that was edited, and it's typically more explosive and fast. Here it's a little more relaxed and just flowing. So yeah, thanks for hosting. Some people cannot do. Yeah, okay. Well, yeah. So with that, LinkedIn, after all, is a networking platform. Great engagement with everybody here. Thanks. Absolutely. So with that, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Like I said, again, as I always say, I'll be live the same, on Sunday, next Sunday at the same time. So that happens every week. It's a weekly reflection. So yeah. So again, thank you for joining. Have a great rest of your Sunday. And some people never start. That's very true. Yeah. Or start later in their lives. I'm happy that I started this early. So yeah, thank you for joining. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you next week.